All right, well, first I just want to congratulate Regis. I thought that they really showed their experience down the stretch. They've got some super seniors that are basically in their 5th and 6th years, and that just kind of showed is that experience, and they've won a lot of close games this year. And I thought they just made a couple key plays down the stretch that ended up being the difference in the game. But overall, I'm really proud of our guys. I thought our guys played a heck of a basketball game against a really good team. We executed our defensive game plan really well. That's a team that averages 80 points a game, and we held them to 66. And honestly, that's given up some points off free throws, intentionally fouling down the stretch. So probably defensively did a better job than that. And offensively, we had some really good performance out of Brevin Walter. He continues since he's come back from Christmas break to just continue to grow. Been really happy with his development offensively, and tonight was really a big night for him. I thought that was a heck of a deal, and especially on a night when their whole thing was to take away Colton Mortensen from us, and they did a nice job. They weren't going to let him pick and pop, and then they came and doubled him in the post. And Colton, I give him credit as well because he put the ball where it needed to go. He made the basketball plays he needed to make, and was able to make the extra passes and stuff. And we just unfortunately didn't hit enough of those shots that he was able to kick out. But we had open looks, and we know we've got guys that can knock them down. It just didn't happen to be our night to be able to knock those shots down. So overall, I thought just you look at the performance that we had. The stat sheet does put out some really good things. I thought we rebounded the ball very well. We only getting out rebounded, I think, just because we ended up missing a few more shots down the stretch than they did. It ended up being the defensive rebounds. They're a good offensive rebounding team. We held them to only 5 offensive boards, and we held them down. They missed. They shot well below their percentages too. So there was a lot of opportunities for offensive boards, and we did a really good job there. Probably just ended up fouling a little too much, and especially kind of in the middle to the last fourth of the game, we've had a couple bad fouls. But overall, just really good. I'm really proud of our guys. I think it's something we can learn from. No one else has beat them, so honestly, it was a kind of a gravy night for us. Is that if we win, it's a feather in our cap. If we lose, it's really right now no sweat because no one's beat them. And so for us, it's just a matter of getting ready to go and turn our sights to Colorado Mines tomorrow.
Yeah, it's really amazing the growth this team has had since November, just the way they play, the way they've matured. Could you just make a couple comments on that?
Yeah, we just continue to talk about getting 1% better every single night. And then tonight was actually no different. We just, we talked about we just wanted to play a good basketball game. And, the bottom line is that we didn't shoot the way we've been shooting since we come back from Christmas. But, that's basketball. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go in the hole for you. But as far as the execution to get the shots, I thought we did a really good job of getting those shots. And, this team turns teams over a lot. We only had 11 turnovers. And obviously 2 key ones down the stretch where we'd like to have back. We would like to have gotten some shots on those possessions. But overall, I'm just really pleased with where we're at. And I even think tonight, I think we had a lot of growth tonight in some areas. So, we just continue to keep battling, and like I said, continue to try to get 1% better. We still got some guys on our bench that every day, we're still trying to bring them along in practice. Who knows? Some of these guys, I'm hoping maybe down as we get into February, maybe we can bring somebody else into this and work them in the rotation just a little bit.
I'm good. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Scott, do you have anything to say? You want to say?
Got lucky.